Sa ilalim ng AFP Modernization Program ng Administrasyon Duterte, kasabay sa matinding bakbakan ng mga militar laban sa mga terorista sa Marawi, ay nagsipagdatingan ang iba't ibang uri ng mga dekalibreng air assets ng Philippine Air Force. July 3, 2017, kasagsagan ng mainit na bakbakan nang madagdagan ng 2 FA-50 fighter jet ang bansa na isa sa naging game changer sa naturang pagkubkob.
Fortunately, nakapag-acquire tayo ng modern fighter aircraft. We have now the FA-50, which was proven to be the so-called game changer in all major military operations in our armed forces. As a force provider, we were able to provide these fast-moving jets with very qualified and highly trained pilots to perform various missions nationwide.
July 27, 2017 nang dumating ang 2 Cessna 208B Caravan bilang air cargo sa iba't ibang uri ng misyon. November 3, 2017 nang magkaroon ng Air Defense Surveillance Radar ang Philippine Air Force na magsisilbing bantay sa kahit anong banta mula sa labas ng teritoryo ng bansa. At February 2, 2019 nang madagdagan muli ng isa pang Air Defense Surveillance Radar na sinundan naman noong March 11, 2020. March 13, 2018, dumating ang Animas Scan Eagle Unmanned Aerial System o UAS na isang uri ng drone na ginagamit sa pagmomonitor sa iba't ibang uri ng kaganapan sa bansa, mapadagat man o kalupaan. June 25, 2018, nang magkaroon ng 2 NC-212I LLFWA na isang light transport aircraft. Noong June 14, 2019, ipinadala ang isang FA-50 flight simulator and facility na nagbigay ng malaking tulong sa ating mga fighter pilots.
This is the FA-50 simulator. This is actually a high fidelity simulator, a full mission capable simulator. So we get to train the students faster for transitioning into the FA-50 once we subject the students into simulator training. So this would erase a lot of doubts when it comes to student training, and it will address a lot of uncertainties. One would be safety factor, so we don't subject the student to go first to the aircraft before he goes through the simulator. Another one would be for the learning process. So we want the learning curve of the student to be continuous before it plateaus into something na hindi na natin ma-address when it comes to learning process. The instructor pilot and the student would get to have a one-on-one interaction, and immediately the instructor pilot will be able to correct the students on what he needs to do, the procedure that he needs to run for a certain mission. And apart from that, we get to train students faster compared with the old method.
August 21, 2019, nang dumating ang 2 Hermes 450 Unmanned Aerial Vehicle o UAV drone at nadagdagan pa ng 2 Hermes 450 noong October 29, 2019, kasabay ng 3 Hermes 900 Unmanned Aerial Vehicle at noong August 21, 2020, nadagdagan muli ng 6 pa na Hermes 900 ang Philippine Air Force. Ang Hermes drones ay nakadisenyo para sa isang tactical long-endurance missions. October 14, 2019, nang magkaroon ng C-2 turboprop aircraft o C-295M na isang uri ng medium tactical transport aircraft. Mula September 19 hanggang September 26, 2020, nagkaroon ng kabuoang 6 na close air support aircraft o A-29B Super Tucano ang bansa.
So with our current aircraft, so ito yung pinaka-latest aircraft natin, no, yung A-29B Super Tucano, no. So ito ginamit na natin to for 8 successful missions. So combat missions to. So nakakapag-deliver na tayo ng 500-pound bombs and 260 pounds na unguided pero accurately tinatamaan natin yung mga targets natin, no. So meron din tayong guns, yung 50 caliber machine guns and 2.75-inch rockets. So in the future, magkakaroon din tayo ng mga laser-guided bombs na paparating na early, baka next year siguro, para dito sa ating Super Tucano. So very effective and very precise yung ating aircraft, no, na bagong dating.
September 20, 2020, na makatanggap ng isang C-2FW jet aircraft o G-280 ang Philippine Air Force na isang presidential airlift wing at nagsisilbing sasakyang panghimpapawid ng iba pang matataas na opisyal ng gobyerno. November 9 at November 25 taong 2020, ipinadala ang 6 na combat utility helicopters o S-70I Black Hawk na maituturing na Army's frontline utility helicopter na maaaring gamitin pang air assault, air cavalry at aeromedical evacuation units na kaya magsakay ng 11 combat-loaded na mga sundalo. June 7, 2021, nang madagdagan pa ito ng 5 pang Black Hawk. At November 8, 2021, nang muli na namang magkaroon ng 5 pang naturang helicopters. March 9, 2022, dumating sa bansa ang 2 T-129 attack helicopters na kargado ng iba't ibang uri ng armamento gaya ng rocket launchers, 20mm Gatling gun, 16 CIRIT missiles, 8 air-launched Stinger at 70mm unguided rockets.
So the T-129, this dedicated attack helicopter was first the product. The conceptualization of this is from the Marawi siege in 2017. Nangangailangan tayo na much powerful and mas precise na weapon for the enemy para yung damage to properties ay ma-minimize. Then it has the power to fly at night na hindi na siya nakikita because of the IR ang kanyang mga ilaw. Because of this technology na meron siya, kung ano yung nakikita niya at kung ano lang ang kanyang target na gustong ma-acquire, dun lang pupunta yung kanyang mga weapons. So that is how this helicopter was first conceptualized. Ibig sabihin, kahit na mag-turn yung aeroplano to the left, it can stick on the target na kahit na hindi na nakatutok doon yung helicopter.
At ang mga inaasahang dadating sa Pilipinas ay isang Mi-171 o ang multipurpose helicopter at ang ground-based air defense system na may kakayahang proteksyonan ang Army, Air Force, land-based fixed asset at mga mobile platform mula sa mga banta sa himpapawid.
So ngayon, marami na tayong eroplano na nagagamit to accomplish those different types of missions. From airlift capability, yung search and rescue capability, and for internal security operations capability, and also yung territorial defense capability. So hindi lang puro aeroplano din, pati yung mga personnel natin, skills required, and yung mga platforms that need to support those air assets are also being looked over para siguradong yung smooth operations ng ating mga kasundaluhan ay nagagawa natin lahat.
Ang Philippine Air Force ay isa lamang sa 3 sangay ng Armed Forces of the Philippines na naglalayong proteksyonan at tulungan ang mamamayang Pilipino sa pamamagitan ng mga makabagong air assets ng bansa. Kaya naman, taas nung ipinagmamalaki ng hukbong himpapawid ng Pilipinas na sa Administrasyon Duterte lamang muling naibalik ang puwersa o ang force ng Philippine Air Force.
Dati, air lang ang tawag sa amin, walang force. With the support of the President, every airman can proudly say that meron na tayong Air Force ngayon. Kaya nagpapasalamat po kami sa ating Pangulo dahil binigyan niya kami ng paraan, ng kagamitan upang mas lalo kaming makapaglingkod sa ating mga kababayan. Kaya napakalaking pasalamat po namin. At higit po doon, hindi lang yung ating mga mamamayan ang aming mapoprotektan. Pati na rin ang kapwa sundalo, pati na rin yung lumilipad. Dahil sa bagong kagamitan, mas tiyak na ligtas at mas magiging matagumpay sa pag-perform ng aming mission. Kaya maraming salamat po.
Gusto kong sabihin sa ating mahal na Pangulo na maraming salamat sa suporta sa kanyang administrasyon po. Nag-materialize yung mga modernization ng ating Armed Forces of the Philippines, especially for the Philippine Air Force. Lahat po ng capability in terms of mobility, strike, command and control, search and rescue, sa kanya po nagmula. Sabi nga nila, ang bansa ay hindi uunlad kung merong mga threat, kung may insecurities or not secured areas para mag-invest yung ibang bansa. Ngayon, kung tayo secured, walang threat, walang fear, because we have a strong armed forces, sigurado po, we will achieve second or third or first world country in the near future. So maraming salamat po, Mr. President, and we hope to consult with you sometimes in case we need to ask for advices. So, salamat ulit.
Mr. President, Sir Mayor, thank you very much, sir, for supporting your soldier, for taking care of your soldier. We love you and again, sana ikaw na lang po palagi ang presidente.
In behalf of the 5th Fighter Wing, sa mga piloto natin, sa mga fighter pilots natin po, maraming salamat po. Napakalaking resources po ang naibigay, ang ibinuhos nyo sa aming wing upang mapapanatili nating secure ang ating skies, ang ating himpapawid. At 24/7 po namin nagagampanan ang aming misyon. So napakalaking pasasalamat po ang ibinibigay nyo sa amin, especially sa mga nagbubuwis buhay sa pang-araw-araw na paglipad ng ating mga piloto. Maraming salamat po.
Sa ating mahal na Pangulo, si PRRD, maraming salamat, sir, sa suporta na binigay nyo sa Armed Forces, particularly sa Philippine Air Force, which I'm heading now. Naging Philippine Air Force na po siya. Dati Philippine Air lang, wala pong force. So maraming salamat sa inyong suporta at alam nyo na ang importansya ng defense is really meant to secure and protect the sovereignty of the country and of course to serve the people. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Alam mo, the first job of a president is not to go to war, but rather to bring peace to his land. It is not a war to be fought forever. We cannot fight forever. We might have the weapons, the armaments, and the bullets, but the mortars. But that does not make a nation. My job is to bring peace. But hand in hand, I must also bring order.